And now we've got a current event to talk about happening this weekend. The Spotlight Theater opened the musical Evita last week, and now you have 3 more chances to catch this show. So joining us now are 2 of the actors, Sarah Tubbs playing Evita and Matthew Call playing Che. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having us.
All right, Sarah, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about this play, or this musical, and what it's about.
So it is the story of Eva Perón, who was a woman who grew up in Argentina. She grew up in a rural town, made her way to Buenos Aires, and worked her way up to becoming an incredibly influential, powerful woman of her time. She married Juan Perón, who then became president. She became vice president, and unfortunately, her life was cut short at age of 33, so it's the whole story of her rise to that and her deterioration as well.
You know, I do have to ask here, and Matthew, maybe you can speak to this. Eva Perón is a very polarizing figure. This show has been kind of controversial in some ways because of that. I mean, her and her husband were known Nazi sympathizers. They had a lot of Nazi figures come over and hide out in Argentina after the war. And how does your character specifically kind of grapple with that with the audience?
That's an excellent question. I play as Che, and Che has a number of different roles within the show, but as you said, one of the roles that he does play is a concerned citizen of Argentina. He's not really excited about the direction it's going, and especially he's very concerned with the man that Eva puts into power with her power and her influence and her charisma that he doesn't think is good for Argentina. So a lot of his show, he is nitpicking at Evita. He's trying to say, hey, what's your goal here? What are your intentions? And then also he's trying to mobilize the people of Argentina to look past this facade and see what's good for them.
So this musical is filled with Andrew Lloyd Webber songs, classics. What is it called?
Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's right.
My brain almost said, bring me home, Argentina. But tell people, what is the style of music in this show?
Well, I mean, the music goes over a whole spectrum of different shows. So you do have a lot of those ensemble numbers. You have a lot of the showstoppers. But one of the things that I love about the show is that you do have kind of these intimate songs that really show the heart of Evita. You're following her as she makes these different adjustments throughout her life of her trying to overcome these different obstacles, and so the audience is brought along with that. You cheer with her for her triumphs, but then also you start to weep for her when life gets her down. Yeah.
So how did last weekend's performance go, Sarah?
Amazing. We were just talking in the lobby how much we're dreading this Sunday, and it goes by so fast, and it's been just incredible being able to portray this amazing woman in history, and there will never be another role like her, you know? There really won't,
So yeah, especially you have 3 more chances to get out and see that. Before I let you guys go, is there a song or detail or a moment in the show that maybe audience members wouldn't know about or think to look for, but you think would be important to point out?
Well, we've talked about this before too. We love the moment where, throughout the whole show, I never see him. He's kind of like my internal monologue, and then at this moment, towards the end, we finally have an interaction, and it is super powerful, and we have a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I guess one more question I have to ask. The Spotlight is such a big, beautiful, it used to be an old church for those of you that haven't been there before, and there's lots of space. I know sometimes the shows kind of go out into the audience. What is it like for this show? Do you go out?
A little bit.
Oh,
Yep,
absolutely.
There's a little bit of that.
Exactly. Yep.
Always.
We try to utilize the space,
secret.
and so
Yes,
exactly. We won't spoil anything.
There are
but
some really fun surprises for sure. Make sure you're looking around.
Ooh, I can't wait. Thank you both so much for your time, and best
Thank
of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
For you guys at home, get your calendars. You can check out the show for yourself this weekend. Friday and Saturday's shows start at 7 p.m. and Sunday's matinee is at 2. It's all happening at the Spotlight Theater in downtown Moline.